Frank Tufano, social media, mental illness. Sverige is still crazy, he says. No shit. Like, that's hard to tell. Never really was. Oh my god.
And make sure to maintain the style. You do have to put something.
Dude. This kid always looks sick to me. Still does. You know? This is. Oh. Like, no offense, but if you're gonna be an influencer in the health and fitness sphere, well, you better look the part, right? Right. So this is Frank in natural light, right? Where he doesn't control the light or the darkness. This is a vampire by day, right? Getting burned up. Get your flu shot here today. Did he cross over to the dark side? I don't know. I don't care. There are so many conspiracies out there. I mean, there are even more conspiracy theories, basically. And people have gone nuts, man. I don't know what it is exactly, but probably just a sign of the times. People are going crazy. Frank Tufano included. And maybe he always was that, and maybe that's why he appealed to so many people, because they themselves are insane, mentally ill, gone. I don't know. But I see either a serious uptick in social media mental illness, or maybe having detached from it as much as I have, not entirely, obviously. Maybe it's just easier to notice and always was this way. Probably a little bit of both. People are losing their minds, okay? So, you gotta detox, guys. For those of you who care about your well being, mentally and otherwise, because there are a ton of toxic, absolutely toxic, and I'm noticing this across all spheres of social media that I'm engaged in. All the way from boxing talk to whatever, diet sphere, what have you. All of it. So, again, if you're interested in wellness, well being, you gotta detox. And just as Chuck D said, if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. So, Frank, he always looked sick to me. He always seemed, oh my goodness. How old is this kid? What is he, in his mid 20s? Look at his skin. He's a mess. Again, you know, no one should. I feel weird doing this, but no one should be mad, right? No one should be upset, because that's what he's done his entire YouTube career, is judge people by their looks, right? And I mean, damn, bro. You look like shit. Like, his skin is just awful on so many different levels. The eyes, they don't lie, man. What is all of that? What the hell is all of that? Anyway, I don't understand how. Oh, okay, no, this is. See, this is why I don't watch Frank Tufano, because whenever I just look at his thumbnails, I throw up in my mouth just a little bit. I don't know if I've ever said it on here, but I say it to people in real life all the time. The guy's just gross. He's just gross. He's toxic. whatever the hell it is that's happening, and maybe it is what he says it is. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't care. But the fact of the matter is that the guy is toxic, and it's coming out his pores. It's coming out his mouth. I was about to talk about some other orifices and maybe identifying the source of the disease, where it's coming from, how it's getting into his body, if you catch my drift. But I'm trying not to be too gross. It just boggles the mind how people took this guy seriously, and maybe no one really did. Maybe he just catered to their own mental illness, or there was something else about him that appealed to people. His social media toxicity, right? The way he just goes after people. And, you know, look, I'm criticizing too, right? And I already explained why I think that's okay. But if that's all that you do, and you never balance that out with giving people credit, because no one is 100% bad, right? No one is 100% wrong. Then at some point you got to start asking yourself, well, how much of that is really just a projection, right? The guy is pretending to be some kind of a health fitness guru when he's just a roided up toxic freak. You don't think? I mean, what happened to his testosterone levels? And look, maybe all of that was just a lie and a setup to get people talking about him, and maybe to make Nutty or not videos about the guy. I don't know. I don't care. But in my opinion, he's on roids. Okay? And that's contributing to his disease. TRT, whatever the hell you want to call it, man. Exogenous testosterone. How about that? Roids. Same shit. He's on it. Unless you want to tell me his testosterone levels skyrocketed, if indeed that is what happened, because he rubbed some vitamin D on his testicles. Like, if you want to go that route, I mean, you know, let's just agree to disagree. But I don't understand how anybody ever believed that this guy was, and there's nothing wrong with whether he was or wasn't. The problem is the lack of honesty. But I don't understand how anyone ever thought that this guy was, quote unquote, carnivore as long as he was. When you could just look it through his social media to see what he ate at what point in time. It's all there. And it ain't all carnivore, and that's fine. But therein lies the problem, right? Lack of honesty. Or manipulation, whatever the hell all that shit was. Okay? But to me, it was pretty clear he was not carnivore as long as he said he was. I mean, he's got videos that are supposedly from the time where he's carnivore, and he's talking about eating, you know, plant foods. This is what I eat right now. So it's just like, it's all right there. It's not even an accusation. It's not even me guessing. He's right there telling you on his own channel, in his own videos, that he hasn't been carnivore as long as he says he was. And that's cool. I don't care what he eats. It's the dishonesty. It's the deception. It's the manipulation. Okay? And then to pretend like he's figured it all out when he's really just... And maybe that's the scheme. Maybe that is the model, right? He's just another cringy vegetable police, right? With vegetable police, there's some like initial charm there at first. He's kind of funny, right? But then it's just the same joke over and over and over again, and the joke is on you, right? It got boring real quick, real fast, and it's lost its charm. He's no longer funny. Maybe he never really was funny. And it's the same with Frank Tufano. If there was some initial attraction there for some people for whatever reason, it, at least for me, it's worn off pretty quickly. Okay, because of the lack of honesty and or lack of self-awareness, the deception, the this whole idea that he somehow figured it all out. He knows what the optimal human diet is, and meanwhile, he's just deteriorating. And if there's anything, if he is building in any way, shape, or form, it's most likely just artificial anyway. It's fake. The guy looks like a wreck, okay? And he behaves erratically. The things that he says are just insane. He's lost touch with reality. And or he was programmed to do this. I don't know. But there's no honesty there. There's no truth there. He has no clue what's going on. I mean, he has some clue. He gets some things. But then some of these other things he says, they're just ridiculous. Like, you know, that the carnivore community is full of Freemasons and shit. You know, that type of stuff. Not to say that there couldn't be an infiltrator or two, but if it is, it's just, you know, whatever. It's stupid, okay? This whole... It's just a mess, people. Frank Tufano is just a mess. And he is a very, very, very sick individual. Mentally and physically. Bottom line, okay? Take it easy. And so is Sverige. Mentally and physically ill. So is Daphne, okay? So are all those people out there who can't just calm the fuck down, yeah? Calm the fuck down and accept the fact that everybody doesn't agree with you. For starters, you'll be a much better person, right? But this diet community is just full of fakers and mentally ill people, okay? Really, truly, definitely, definitely, definitely toxic people. But I don't think that's what makes it in any way, shape, or form original. The diet community, if you could call it that, that is. I think it's really just a sign of the times. And if you're smart, you're going to realize that there is some truth to these people. They are giving you a clue, let's say, right? And that is detox. Because it is them who are toxic, right? Anyway, we're done here. Thanks for watching. And do you. You know what I mean? Do whatever works for you. Take care.